Where do I begin? The boys are napping. I was basically editing the labor vlog or video for Luca, and there's not a lot of context or a lot of clips just because it happened naturally, super quickly, and I was in writhing pain. So obviously Andres isn't gonna like pull the camera out and record me while I need support. So I figured, since it's gonna be a little confusing that I didn't get a lot of clips, I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in the gaps of what I missed. So, yeah, this is Luca's labor and delivery vlog. Today is June 22nd, 2022. It's 11 a.m. Ezra is sleeping right now. I have been having contractions on and off since 8 a.m. but I started timing them around 10, and they've been like 3-ish minutes apart, and they're painful. I am 38 weeks and 3 days. I'm supposed to get induced tomorrow at 5 p.m. Today I have an appointment at 3 p.m. with my doctor to get a membrane sweep. So if I am actually in labor naturally, then he's gonna be able to like check me and see how far along I am. I'm gonna show the bump. So I'm 38 weeks and 4 days. Here she is in all her glory. I'm having a contraction. So our bags are packed. I just washed my hair because I really want to see if I manage to straighten it before heading to the hospital. Our car is messy. My mom is coming over and she's going to help me clean it so we can install the car seat real quick. We're gonna load the bags and the car seat in the car as if we're going to the hospital right away. I have spent all morning snuggling Ezra, just soaking him in. I'm excited. Last time I was GBS positive and they had to give me penicillin. No GBS positive this time. So no antibiotics during labor this time. The reason that I'm getting induced, or was getting induced again, is because, again, Luca is huge like Ezra was. At my last appointment, which was at like 37 weeks and 2 days, he was measuring at 8.9 pounds in the 99th percentile. So he was really big. What else? Oh, I lost my mucus plug on Father's Day, so Sunday. So 3 days later, I am having contractions and I'm having another one. But yeah, I guess if I really am in labor, this is going to be the intro to our labor and delivery vlog. And I'm ready to have this baby. Stay tuned. I'm gonna bring you guys along to my doctor's appointment and see what happens. I look wrecked. That's because I haven't slept very well. I just showered. I have horrible bags, oh my goodness. Haven't slept in 2 years. This is what it look like. Also, Andres is at work. He gets off at 2:30. He asked me if he should come home, but I know how these things tend to go. One thing I really want to do at the hospital, I really want to make like all these TikToks just at the hospital. Mama G has arrived. How do you feel?
It's a lot of mixed emotions. Anxious, good, happy.
So who was born today?
I don't know his name, but Tio Mauro's
Son. So my uncle's wife is also, or was also pregnant at the same time as me, and she just had her baby.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm shaking.
I'm so excited. It's happening naturally. I don't have to get induced.
He's coming when he wants to come.
I feel like the waves start before the pain starts, or the stiffness. I wish I had my ball. Oh. Yeah, it's crazy how normal I feel in between them. It's just those 30 seconds and then it's over. My uncle's son was born today. So my cousin.
Oh, today? Like for real?
Like an hour ago.
Okay.
I can't stop crying.
¿Quieres venir con papá? Porque te duele todo.
Yeah.
Are you dying?
I'm in labor, bitch.
No, you're not.
I am.
Why? Okay, hold on. One thing okay, did you hear that? Are you excited for your brother to come? No. You're such a sweet boy, right? You're lying!
What is that?
So you're gonna get what you wanted.
I definitely know I'm in labor, but it's just like I was gonna.
How do you know?
Bro.
Like, how do you?
Well, they tell you to come in if you've been having contractions 5 minutes apart for an hour, and I've been having contractions 3 minutes apart for like 4 hours. Now they're 2.5 minutes apart. But I called Andres because I noticed I started getting tired between them, and I'm getting the shakes. Hi, Antoinette. My name is Natalia Gonzalez. I just called like a 7.
Luca.
I'm about a half hour away. I need to put everything in my car, so maybe like an hour. 3 minutes apart for about 2.5 hours. I was having them literally, and he'd go, "Oh shit!" every time I'd start one. I want to do my hair real quick. Oh.
Bro, what can I do for you?
Oh. Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
You're hilarious. Dying and then straightening your hair, and then dying and straightening your hair.
Oh, this one hurt.
Aquí.
Oh, this is better. Dude, I feel really tired. Like, my body's been doing this since 8.
Well, you didn't do any of this for Ezra because you got
No, she
induced,
did,
right?
but at the hospital.
I did. Like, induced by drugs.
What's happening right now? You're just opening, Bella.
Just opening.
Oh my belly, hold it.
I am holding it.
This is a money shot.
Oh, that was so fast.
40 seconds.
Damn, Bella. Yo creo que ya debemos irnos, ¿sabes?
Basically, when I am contracting in the room, trying to get my hair done and everything, at that point, my mom was cleaning our car. We could install the car seat. So there was still a pretty long list of things that we needed to do before we could go. But at that point, my contractions had picked up and I was saying like, we need to go now. This was like a completely new experience for me because with Ezra, I was induced. So I never had to worry about rushing to the hospital. So my mom wasn't picking up her phone and we still had to install the car seat, load all the bags into the car, do the 35-minute drive to the hospital. So from the point that I'm calling my mom to the point that she actually gets there, it's been like 15 minutes. And a lot happens in those 15 minutes because my contractions picked up and they were only 1 minute apart. At that point, I'm screaming, telling Andres to hurry. He's loading everything in the car. I could not walk for the contractions. Since I had a solid 1 minute in between the contractions to walk from our second floor apartment to the car, he basically like ran carrying me over his shoulder and my legs were like dragging like this. At that point, Ezra knew something was happening and he was really stressed out because he was there for the whole thing. I didn't get to calm him down and it was just so chaotic. Oh my God. The drive there was horrible because I was sitting. I felt the pain at literally my vagina, like the base of my stomach and like my vagina, I swear. I felt like someone was squishing my uterus. I remember doing this. It's like, I can't. We get to the hospital, right? This has already been 35 minutes. The parking garage is a good walk. This is like, let me drop you off at the front. I told him, I don't want you to drop me off at the front because I don't want to walk all the way to the elevator and then from the elevator to triage without you. So I was like, let's just go and park together. She's like, fuck, okay, let's park together. We've parked, but we have all our crap. We had a lot of stuff. And like, I'm like pausing to have my contraction like every minute while carrying all this stuff. I make it to triage basically because they will not admit me until they have checked me. I get to that floor and the check-in lady, I was gonna punch her in the face. She was asking me all these questions as I'm standing, having these contractions, like standing up, screaming in the middle of the birthing floor with these 2 pregnant women in the waiting area, like looking at me like terrified. I'm like traumatizing these women for their births. coming up. Finally, she's like, can you walk? I'm like, yes, I can walk. Like, just take me. As Andres gets sent, where did Andres go? This is where it would have been helpful to have Andres come and like share his part, because I was in such pain that everything's kind of blurry. For some reason, Andres had to leave. I have no idea. I'm like walking to triage. It's probably like 100 feet away, but I was dying. And they're like trying to weigh me and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, like fuck, like ow. And they're like, okay, she's definitely in labor, because they see how much pain I'm in. I'm like, fucking duh. They put me into the room, make me undress. And at this point, like, I know the baby's coming and I know I'm in labor, but I didn't realize like how advanced I was. This part I think was the most chaotic for me, because I'm screaming. There are like 5 women in the room, the doctor, the nurses, the other nurse. This wasn't here. I didn't have my moral support person. So to paint the picture, this is how it went. In the room, gown, strap, other strap. Question, another question, another question, another question. Did you get this test? Are you this test? How far along are you? Okay, I'm gonna check ya. Stick their fingers in my vagina. Mid-contraction, screaming, because those checks hurt. The vaginal checks to check how dilated you are hurt like a bitch. When I tell you I wanted to punch one of them in the face, like I was like ready. And then she goes, oh, you're 8 centimeters dilated. That was insane. I thought I was like 5. You know how much 8 centimeters is? Like, you have to be 10 centimeters. I was right here. As they're checking me, asking me questions, and putting stuff on my body, they're trying to poke me. Just kidding. Okay, they're poking me to get an IV in, but they're also poking me to get blood work done, because they need to get my blood, send it in, get it back, see if everything's okay. And then if everything's okay, then they can put the order in for the epidural and then give me the epidural. So all of these things had to happen before I got the epidural. They're poking me. My veins are like too thin or whatever. At that point, Andres comes in. They poked me 4 times. I was bleeding a lot. After I finished in triage, they rolled me to my room. They let my doctor know that I was really far along. Once I'm in the room, they asked me if I want the epidural, and I'm like, hell yeah. I was so scared, because that pain, the contraction pain, was intense. But then the nurses tell me, you're moving a lot for your contractions, and you need to be extremely still, or else we could cause damage to your spinal cord. If you can't stay still, you cannot get the epidural. And I'm freaking out because I'm scared and I don't want to feel myself tear. So I'm crying and I'm telling them that I'm scared. I'm screaming for these contractions. And they're like, try and practice and see if you can sit still. And I couldn't. And I tried again. And I couldn't. And I tried again. And I couldn't. But when I tell you the fear of feeling my own vagina rip as I'm pushing this baby out and feeling the head come out was stronger than the pain of these contractions, because I did it. When you're having these contractions, they tell you, do not push. You can't push yet. You're not 10 centimeters. It's going to do nothing. You're gonna make your cervix swell, and essentially your baby won't be able to come out, so don't push. And that was the only thing that like alleviated the pain. So I told them, I was like, how bad would it be if I pushed just while I was getting the epidural? She's like, you really don't want to do that. So I essentially said, fuck you to that. I was like, if it gets me the epidural, I'm gonna do it. They have you like lean all the way forward like this. They coat your back in this disinfectant. They put this huge tape with a circle cut out in the middle, and then they start inserting this like long like needle catheter. I had such a sense of relief. But then the nurse did tell me, you're very dilated and you run the risk of the epidural not kicking in fully before you have to push. Because at that point I was 9.5 centimeters dilated. My body takes to the epidural very well. It did the first time and it did this time. The only difference was this time it numbed one side completely much faster than the other. So I could feel some pain on one side. But even that, it was painful, but it was bearable. I try to explain the pain that I felt, and I cannot. I remember my fear in regards to the pain. I don't think my brain allows me to remember such like writhing pain. The pressure that is behind all that pain is insane. So At this point, I have my epidural, and the nurses just think it's hilarious how different I am. I'm like, of course I'm different. Like, I've never felt pain like that. I feel like I was able to appreciate the moment for what it was.
Epidural scan.
I feel better.
We can.
If I can still feel like,
Tightening.
will the catheter hurt? Oh, okay. So I think maybe like 5 minutes, 10 minutes after I got the epidural, she was like, you're 10 centimeters dilated. So I was like, take a picture, please. 10 centimeters. I'm ready to push. We weren't really allowed to record, and it just seemed like too much of a hassle to like take that moment away from Andres. I preferred him to be present and enjoy the birth of his baby. So he recorded as soon as Luca was placed on my chest. Amor, es más chiquito, I swear. Es más chiquito que Ezra.
Yeah.
How much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You're good, you're good. A ver.
Mira.
Say, I weighed. How much did he weigh, Amor?
8.9 pounds. Yeah.
Which everyone else would say is big, but for us, it's small. Oh, look at how he's looking at you. He's definitely looks like your side of the family. Ezra was like 100% my side, but his eyes are open.
Tastes like it. Cododito.
There were two nurses that stood at the entry of the doorway, just like laughing at me. Not like in a bad
There? When
Yeah.
you were like contracting and stuff?
Not in a bad way, it was just like
I know,
when
they
I
were
started telling you I was scared
They're
and
new.
like they like thought everything I was saying was funny.
Crazy, I went to work today. And now I have a baby.
Crazy that I was very hesitant
To
on
not come?
telling you to come. I wasn't even like prepared.
Oh, if
to
you would have
come.
told me to come when you were like ready, it would have been good. Hamburguesa, garden burger, turkey burger, grilled chicken sandwich.
He chose to come to this. He picked his birthday.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
Isn't it crazy? Ezra's October 21st. He is June 22nd.
What?
The beanie looks so funny up there. So our little Luca bear was 8 pounds, 9 ounces. He was 21 inches long, born at 38 weeks and 3 days. He shares a birthday with one of his cousins. He is so much like Ezra, but the complete opposite at the same time. Ezra is my mini-me, and Luca is Andres' mini-me. Despite all the pain that I just explained that I experienced, I love giving birth and the experience of laboring and everything. I'm so grateful to the universe for allowing me to experience this birth naturally, just because I wanted the experience of Luca choosing his birthday.
Hi. Mira, mamá.
They let them in.
Ese es Luca. Luca, mi amor. Luca? No. ¿No? Mira Luca. Miren son. Mira Luca, papá. Mira Luca. Mira Luca. No sabe qué hacer.
No, lo que pasa es que
Dad, what are you doing? Dad,
Goyo.
Andres was really shaky and really nervous for that video, and he was trying to like appreciate the moment while also capturing it. We're trying not to show me nursing Luca and everything. But we are so happy to have been able to even capture a glimpse of Luca's birth given that it wasn't planned and it was so chaotic. So I'm so happy that we got to capture this for everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, now that I'm getting back into the rhythm of like editing and stuff, I can make more videos and you guys can get to know Luca the way that you've gotten to know Ezra, and you can see my 2-year-old baby boy and my 3-month-old grow. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.